Hello there, my name is Tran. Welcome to the Nodak Garden. I live in central North Dakota, so our growing zone is zone 4A. So our gardening season begins usually around Memorial Day weekend. And as I promised in my first video, this video we're going to talk about wood chip mulching and no-till gardening. This is my 12th summer out here at this location. So my process the first eight and a half, 9 years was throw down some 10-10-10 fertilizer, kill the heck out of the soil, plant in the fall, clean everything off of the garden, put some 10-10-10 fertilizer down and till it again, and then rinse and repeat every year. Well, after about 4 or 5 years, the garden became a little less productive and the weeds became very productive. The other thing is the organic matter in the soil was nearly non-existent. So after a rain and the sun comes out, the ground turns hard into hard clay, and it would crack and it would just look terrible. And but the weeds loved it. So I continued the same process, and as things got worse, I started thinking about putting back organic materials. So the 9th summer, I believe, I decided to put something down. After I tilled and after I planted, I found a gentleman online that had some straw bales. So I gave him a holler and bought 15 straw bales from him, put it down, and that year I grew so much wheat. I could have baked so much bread with the wheat. And I'm going, he must have sold me the straw that he baled up that was damaged, hail damaged wheat, because there were so many seeds in there that I didn't know about, and they just came up. Anyway, that fall I just tilled everything under, and then the following spring I tilled again and I planted, and then I got grass hay bales from my brother-in-law and also a few alfalfa bales from a local guy, and that worked out good. That year the weeds were suppressed somewhat. I didn't put down enough, but then the next spring I planted and I got access to some really good alfalfa bales. So I put down about 40 alfalfa bales. And then last year, after I planted, I went and got some more alfalfa bales, put them down, and then I went to our local landfill and got some wood chips and put them down. I must have hauled about 15 or pickup loads, which is right around 7 tons there. And I spread them out, and so they've been on here for about a year now. And last growing season, hardly any weeds, just because there's so much alfalfa, hay underneath, and then wood chips on top. And last year we got quite a bit of moisture, and for up here anyway, and I ended up watering the garden 2 times the whole summer, and hardly any weeds to pull. So let's go over there and I'll dig up a couple of holes and show you what's underneath. Keep in mind that we've only gotten a little over an inch of rain in the last 5 weeks, so it's been dry. It's been super dry. So we'll take a look at that, and then we'll go grab my son Brennan and we'll head to the landfill and we'll grab a load of wood chips so that we can use it later on after things get a little bit taller. So after things get a little bit taller, what I'll do is I'll put a thin layer of alfalfa around the base where I had planted of the plant, and then I'll move the wood chips that I had dug out in order to plant. I'll move that back in on top of the alfalfa, and then over the entire garden I'll put in a thin layer, maybe an inch or two of alfalfa, and then the wood chips will go on top of that. And my theory, I do my wood chip gardening a little bit different than other people, just because I think that the alfalfa on top of the wood chips just help it to break down a little bit faster, and also provide the nutrients, the nitrogen, to help the wood chips break down. But in addition, there are micronutrients that are in the alfalfa that really helps your plants grow. You can do research and you'll find a lot of information on that. So let's head over there and dig up a couple holes and show you what's underneath. Okay, let's head over to garden and find a couple spots, and we'll dig a couple holes and show you what's underneath all the wood chips and alfalfa. Let's go over by this pepper here. And again, keep in mind that we've only got a little over an inch of rain in the last 5 weeks, so in most gardens it's going to be super dry. But let's look and see what's underneath. Also, I'm trying to video and dig a hole at the same time, so please pardon the camera work. It's not going to be pretty. As you can see, it's still pretty moist looking underneath the multiple layers of hay and alfalfa. It's pretty wet. Let's scoop up a hunk and see what's underneath. Whoops, there went the phone. So we've got some friends in our soil, and this is what you want. You want a lot of these guys, because they'll eat up the hay and the alfalfa and put warm poop in your dirt, and that's what your plants really like. So if you look at the soil, it's still super wet and super moist. If I keep this covered, if I would keep this covered, it would I wouldn't have to water for probably at least another 3 weeks or a month. It all depends on how much heat. And check out the worms. And again, 4 years ago, I didn't have any of these. None of these in my garden. So that's what wood chips can do for your soil. Keep in mind that it's only been, let's see, 2 years of grass and alfalfa and 1 year of alfalfa and wood chips. So 3 years. So it does take time. And I do believe that the alfalfa helped the wood chip to break down a little bit faster. So, all right, let's go and grab Brennan, and we'll head over to the city landfill and pick up a pickup load of wood chips, wood chip mulch. Talk to you soon. So we're heading to the dump grounds. We're gonna go and pick up some wood chips today. Our local landfill, they shred trees, and they have huge piles of wood chips that we can get for a very nominal price. You just gotta bring the labor. I'll continue with this video when we get there. So we are now at our local landfill. We're waiting to get our truck weighed, and then once we load up on the wood chips, then we'll have to come back through and they'll weigh it again. I'll show you the weight of the pickup, but it's not going to be accurate because this guy here just had a double cheeseburger and some fries. So So the truck's going to be off a little bit.
What do you got?
We're just here to pick up some wood chips.
Okay, double ground or single?
Double.
Double ground.
Do you need us to load you, or are you gonna shovel them in?
I'll shovel them in.
Yep, we'll shovel them in.
Okay, you're good to go. Stop back.
All right, thank you.
So the truck weighs 5,600 pounds. We'll see what we weigh when we come back through. So we are at the big mound of wood chips that the city has. When it's going to start, it'll last for about 2 minutes and then I'll have to take over. We'll continue with the video once we have it all loaded and back at the scale. This is just a close-up of the wood chips that we're getting. And there she is, folks, a full load. It took about, between 15 and 20 minutes. This big loader back here, the landfill would load it for you with the loader, but it would cost you 65 bucks for just the loading alone. So 20 minutes, 65 bucks. I'm actually making 195 bucks an hour. So we'll head back to the scale now and see how much we got loaded here.
Pull over to the right. Come on in. Remember the plate number.
Okay, so we're at 63.40, which is not as much wood chip as I thought we would have loaded up. Right around 850 pounds. So we were sloughing today. We didn't end up loading as much as I thought. We ended up with 740 pounds, and the total was $9.86, which works out to be about 1 penny, 1.33 cents per pound. So we are now home with a load of wood chips. Now the work begins. If you're new to the channel, please click subscribe below for future videos. I should be doing a series of them this summer. And if you have questions, post them below also, and I will try to get to them as I can. We'll see you soon. Thanks.